I'm Nicky Anstey and I'm a registered public health nutritionist and have been for the last 15 years now. I'm registered with the Nutrition Society and the Association for Nutrition, and that means that we're guided by strict guidelines which state that all the advice that we give must be evidence-based and on really good, sound scientific and medical information and research. I've worked in a wide variety of areas within hospitals, within school meals, and got involved with the Jamie Oliver's School Meals Revolution. I've worked with health promotion units and nutrition education for both adults and children. A lot to do with weight loss for adults and also general overall well-being. I worked for a food manufacturer which was formerly known as St Ivel, so I developed lots of new products to do with health and weaning, which is great fun, and also written articles and given advice on leaflets for charities and magazines and newspapers, including Zest and Bella and the Stroke Association. My specialist areas tend to be in the children's side of things. I've developed menus for a wide variety of schools and children and needs. And I think it's really important that they meet the nutritional requirements for the children, but they have to be tasty. For example, it's no good having the best, most nutritious food on the plate if the child's not going to eat it. So I'm really passionate about that. Since becoming a mum, I've really started to understand the pressures and the concerns that you have for raising a healthy baby and child. So infant nutrition has really come to the fore. I've now started producing information and workshops and advice for new mums on weaning. And that's really to just help them and guide them through the vast knowledge and information that's out there. So looking at all the different weaning methods and summarising them, letting them understand what they need to get before they start, looking at the foods to avoid and to provide for, and just also keeping them basically up to date with all the new nutrition research, as well as offering recipe ideas and helpful hints and tips. What really inspired me in this side as well was the fact that there's quite a lot of growing evidence to show that what you give a child whilst you're pregnant and whilst they're infants can actually reprogram their genes for later on in life. So if this carries on to be true and we're getting more evidence, and that's a great opportunity for parents to actually feed their children fantastically for the now, so what they're developing at that moment, but also many, many years down the line, which I just think is an amazing legacy that you could leave your children at such an early age. I also think it's really important that mums need to be looked after, and really believe that postnatal nutrition is a real must, and we really should be helping them in this side, not only for themselves but also for the babies and the rest of the family. They tend to be the most important cog of the family wheel, and they often get neglected because they're so concentrating on everybody else apart from themselves. So really believe strongly in postnatal nutrition and like to help mums in this area. And being a farmer's daughter and a real foodie, I think it's really important that people really start to love good food, and that's where I spend a lot of time trying to advise parents on how they can get their children to become little new foodies and love new flavours and textures, and get them into them as easy and as quickly as possible. In addition to children, I really have a great desire to help parents and also adults be the best they can be, both mentally and physically. So I do a lot of work with clients on weight loss that stays off, and believe that a diet, a weight loss diet particularly, isn't about starving yourself. It's far from that. It's just about retweaking what they're actually currently eating and converting them with better alternatives, and also making sure that you're eating more of the good stuff. So you find that sometimes people say they feel that they're actually eating more, but they're eating just the better stuff, and which are giving the long-lasting results that they really desire. Furthermore, it's really important to think as a whole, we've really optimise our general health, and that includes heart health for lowering cholesterol, bone health, concentration, energy levels, mood, hormones, and that plays into anxiety and depression and your general well-being. And I like to spend quite a bit of time with my clients on that, because I think it's really important for everyday life and just the general healthy lifestyle. So I really hope that I'll be able to help some clients in these areas. I'm passionate about health. I always wanted to do something to do with health, but don't like blood. So I thought the best thing is to do it through food. And being a real foodie, I thought it's an ideal way into health. And I love seeing results in people, seeing them achieve their goals. And I get a real kick out of that, seeing people just reach their potential and the maximum health that they can.